Good morning, all the students of 9th standard. We are learning the second lesson of political science, that is India's foreign policy. This one point we are learning how is our foreign policy that we learn. We have completed the I think two lesson of history and one lesson of political science. So we'll complete this one second lesson of the political science and then we'll come toward the history then. So Indian foreign policy, what are we going to learn in these chapters? In Indian foreign policy, what we are learning, that how is our foreign policy, how it works, that we are learning through this lesson. The work or the importance of the foreign policy also we are learning. We have got introduced to the national system and its natures and the Cold War in the last century and its effect. So we understood international system, we got it. We tried to understood the nature of the national or international level systems. Along with that, we understood, we have studied the Cold War and the effect and side effect of the Cold War also we have studied. We shall now get introduced to the other related issues now. Cold War we have studied. Now, what are the other issues are there? That other issues we are trying to learn to understand through this second lesson, that is Indian foreign policies. Thus, we shall learn about the meaning of foreign policy. The meaning of foreign policy. What is meant by foreign policies? The factor that makes an impact on it and the nature of Indian foreign policy. What are the which are the factors are there? That factors can make an impact of Indian foreign policies, and the nature of our Indian foreign policy also will understand. Which factors are important for the Indian foreign policy? Which factors create more impact, dominated on Indian foreign policy, and our means what is the nature of Indian foreign policy also we try to understand. So foreign policy means what, that mostly when we are living in society or in our colony, that we can see that our policy with our neighbor is a little bit different, with whom we maintain a good friendly relationship. Their opinion and our opinions are the same. With them our policy is a little bit different. We are more flexible, and if anyone our neighbor is there, their opinions and our opinions are different. Sometimes if there is an argument is there on some topics, then with them our policy is a little bit different. We are a little bit strict at that time. So it is also called as a policy. So country's policy with another country. The meaning of the policy, meaning and importance. What is the meaning of Indian foreign policy and the importance of the Indian foreign policy? In a class also we can say that if someone our close friend is there, we will share everything with our closest friend. And if someone friend is there, means he is not close to us, he is a little bit rude, if we don't like his nature, then we will not share with him anything. That if we have, then also we will little bit avoid to share. That is also one type of policy. All countries are member of the international system. All the countries in our world, they are the member, they attach with the international level systems. They are the attached with the rules of the law. That we have already studied that none of these countries is completely self-reliant, and hence there is a mutual interdependence in the international systems. So we have heard, we have understood that none of the countries in the world is self-reliant. No one country in the world that it can tell, that country can tell that we are self-reliant. We don't have need of any other countries. We are not dependent on any other country. Each and everything we can produce in our side, we have our side. We are not dependent on anyone. No one country is in the world there. So none of the country in the world is a self-reliant. They are interdependent. They depend on another, that for some reasons that they are dependent on one another. So interdependence is there at international level system. Only this interdependence should not be of benefit of to a few countries. That interdependence is not beneficial for few countries, it is beneficial for all countries. And interdependence is only not important, that it is not enough. Again we need something extra further, that efforts need to be made to ensure that it benefits every nation. that limitation, interdependence limitation is not limited only up to specific country. We have to make some more effort that benefit should get to the another countries in the world. Each country has to decide the nations with which it should be friendly. Each of the countries in the world, they have to decide with whom they are trying to maintain friendly relationship, with whom they want to make friendly relationship, with whom they like to make trading business, and in which block it should be participate, or what positions in it should take in international level, in which block, in which country's block they want to join, that what is their positions at the international level system, it is also important. To whom you want to join, that what is your status with them, that is also important. That so it is necessary that to understand to which country we want to. Now present time if you see that the India's position, India in present time India is joining the block of European countries, for example joining the block of America, Russia, Rus, or the Australia, England. From their side India is joining the block, and another side if you see that Pakistan is joining the block of the China there. So they are from one side, India is from another side, so they are joining the block, and they are also thinking their status, what is status with them. It is important that such a decision should be made thoughtfully when they are making the relationship block. That time they have to make their relations or the block very thoughtfully with properly. That the theoretical framework in which such decisions are taken is called as a foreign policy. So what is the theoretical framework is there, what is the written framework is there, according to that they are making the block, they are maintaining the relationship. To that theoretical block we call as a foreign policy. Every sovereign nation, or every free or independent nation, free country and independent country decide its own foreign policy. That each and every country in our world, they have their own right, they have their own foreign policy, they can create, they can set up their own foreign policy. Hence it is discipline of international politics. So hence it is discipline, it is important at international level politics, that which studies the international relations between the nations. Foreign policy has an important place. So Indian foreign policy, or the foreign policy of any nation, has important place or the positions in a world, that through their policy they can make they can maintain the international level relationship, they can maintain the relations with the neighboring countries. So foreign policy is important. Do you know, when we have to study a country, it is necessary to understand its constitutions and its foreign policy. When we are learning, trying to understand the foreign policy of any one nation or the country, at the time it is important for us to, we have to study the constitution of the country and also the foreign policy of the country. That it is important that what kind of constitution is there, what kind of foreign policy is there. Each and every country's foreign policy is different, not same type of foreign policy there. Some of the countries foreign policy is with some specific countries it is very flexible, and some of the countries it is very strict or hard foreign policy there. Like same way, each and every country's foreign policy is different, and we have to understand the nature of the foreign policy, and along with that we have to understand the constitution of that country. What kind of constitution is there, it is also important. So when we will come tomorrow, then tomorrow will come with the next one point, that is the national interest. What is the national interest of our Indian foreign policy? That national interest we will try to see in tomorrow videos. So till at that time you read out these lessons again and again, so it will be beneficial for you to understand. Thank you.